Okay, well, I decide. Oh, atrocious, that's very kind of you. You can just gift subs. Doesn't have to be to a specific person, but I appreciate that. I am going to go finish this steel build. I did not want all of this. Now that I've finished that, I don't need them all. Hey, there we go. Atrocious, that worked out beautifully. Nicely done. Oh, you're actually full. Alright, let's send this off over here so I can get this finished. And then, rather than ride with it, I'll teleport. The book. Turn off my bots. Take a train over there. That will work for me. Turn on my bots. Let these guys build. Cool. You can sit there. I only have one iron plate train. Or no, I have two. Good. Now we have two trains on the way here. But one of them is very close and it's right here. Here it comes. It might get in here and get out before the other one does. Definitely will. Definitely will. Cool. That thing is loaded and ready to go. You can come in here. Is that my Lycum? That is my Lycum. That was my Lycum. You. Is that like the plural of yo? Is that what that is? Zendros? Zendros. You're lucky I'm not near a teleporter, Zendros. That's all I got to say. Of course, the other question, Lycum, is... Was that like Was that a cow with a lisp instead of moo? It's you. Yes, I saw that you were back to work after 10 days on somebody else's chat. I think I could turn this on. Well, now that I have this here, I can get all of these and all of these. And all of that and all of that. And I need to... I don't want you. I want you. Not you. You. Yeah, it's okay. I repeat myself too. Repeat myself to repeat. Self. You. Obviously, I just had some monster. I'm gonna have some more. So did you go anywhere for your 10 days off, Mr. Lycum? And I'm out of speed modules that quickly. This just revalidates the need to make a speed module factory. And I'm out of... yeah. I don't really want to turn this thing on when it's so half-assed, but I really need to turn this thing on, even though it's so half-assed. Also, we're not going to talk about these wires, right? We're not talking about those wires. Oh my god, why did you do this game? Why? Why? There's just no reason for that. Anyhow, we're going to turn this on. And see that it doesn't work. Because I didn't program these trains. Empty cargo, 5 seconds of inactivity, circuit condition where E is greater than 0. Oh, you're already on your way. Dog, you moving. Well, it's working. Well, it's doing things. I don't know if it's working. Let's see if the other train figures it out. Yeah, it switched. Thanks, Sandros. I'll only shoot you once this time. Why do I have two? You shouldn't be here, and you shouldn't be here. And you shouldn't be here, and you shouldn't be here. And you shouldn't be here, and you shouldn't be here, and you shouldn't be here, and you shouldn't be here. Oh, my cat has got the zoomies. It's beautiful. No. No, no, and no. 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 I think yes and no. I got some of these wrong. But it cleans up some of it. All right, so we have steel coming in. And steel is being loaded. It's not going quite as fast as I was hoping. You haven't called for a second train yet. Now you have. Oh, you had called for it. You just didn't get here in time. So that tells me that this 4K is not good enough. So now you're going to request the train at 8,000. Also, I don't like where this is positioned. There's Africa right there, Rolly, Mr. I don't know how to stream anymore because I forgot how to play Factorio rolls. What's up? I'm in Arabia, which is close to Africa. Here's the question of the day. Is Egypt part of Africa? Finally. Meow meow. Hi, Racer Kitty. You're calling for a train. Barely. And you have 2,000 in you. This is the 5th train load being delivered. And you have yet to fill an outbound train. You're only half full. If that much. 57%. 60% on 5 trains. So it's going to take 10 trains of iron to fill a steel train. That train left, and this thing is already calling for another train. Question is, could you support another train? Well, you have 24,000 in you. You're stopped loading. You have 22,000 in you. You have 17,000 in your... Alright, well, let's put down a couple more iron plate trains and get them rolling, rolling, rolling. Once that gets built. When did I start Earth? I started it on about the 19th of October. So, December, whatever month it is. All right, go. Yahweh. Not my fault you can't tell time. Nope, my computer can't tell time, but it knows what day of the month it is. I think I need some of these, so I'm gonna send. Yeah, I'm gonna send you back. I'll deal with the overage later. Nope, didn't need any of these. All right, well, there we go. Well, sorry to hear that you must have fallen and hit your head. Hey, look at that! I got a steel train here. Wow, you're already full. Alright, now I'm going to continue on with my design. Stealing trains is wrong. Well, I'm not stealing a train that belongs to me. Also, wrong is subjective. But thanks for your input. So this is what this is going to take to make... Alright, so here we go. Here's the absurdity of where we are. For 2 fully speeded speed modules, right? It's a train full of steel. It's like a train full of wind. Except for, you know, it's not full of wind, it's full of steel. RCU speed module build. Hi, Bob. So to build these 2 assemblers, to fully satisfy these 2 assemblers, I need all of this. So now how do I package all of this? So, Bob, I was saying that in order to be able to have these 2 assemblers fully satisfied, I need all of this production. All of this intermediate production. And I want to package all of that. So it's not going to stay down here. It's going to end up here somewhere. But I want to package it as a single. And this is way too loud for me. So I got to figure out the best way to put this together, but I really don't want 2 level 3s. The full stack. Well, I go all the way back to the base components because that's where my trees are going to be, trees. That's where my trains are going to be loading these resources from. I'm going to build this outpost, this mini factory here, somewhere around here, and have a 1-2-1 train that gets loaded by it, because I've watched enough MegaBases to know that these things are voracious, right? They're just savagely hungry. And I've been running low on even these production modules. So if I tone these back, if I build a new one and tone these back down, this will stop eating all the reds and blues for these speed modules, and then the rest of this base can go back to being functional somewhat. I'm overcompensating for not having enough blues and reds in this. Mind you that my production bases are generally designed to be 10% utilization, not 100% utilization. And these speed modules are sucking up 100% of my capacity, and other things are starving. So, yeah, there's a vasodilator you might want to consider. So, historically, what I would do is I would make a mini factory, right? And a mini factory, for me, is something like, here's a mini factory. This one makes, yeah, here's another one. This is 5 assemblers of destroyer capsules at full tilt. 5 destroyer caps, bot-based. All of this is because the destroyer capsules need distractor capsules. The distractor capsules need defender capsules. The defender capsules need ammo. The ammo needs ammo, right? And, of course, I need speed modules for it as well. So this is a mini factory in so much as it only has 1 feed and no stacker, right? And I'm okay with that. Although I'll go with a more modern rail design and modern unloaders, and I might put a stacker in there. The thing of it is that I had to decide how I was going to package this up, right? Well, packaging this is not part of the problem. I mean, I have this little train here that loads them, so I'm going to have almost exactly what I have here, but obviously I don't have nearly as many assemblers. So this thing was really only making a few reds and some greens and some gears to make it all happen. Smoking goes back to my reference the other day about the movie with Mel Gibson about Scotland, whatever the hell the name was. And I repeat myself, but they were talking about making spears for the horses. Nick a spear as long as a man. And the one guy goes, well, men are, yeah, Braveheart, different men are, some men are longer than others. And the old man goes, your mother's been telling stories about me again. So, you know, so what may be jumbo to you may not be to her. So now I'm struggling with this because, first of all, why weren't you there? This was my ammo factory. So when I look at this and I see all of that for intermediates, I mean, that's a massive amount of stuff. That's like almost a full factory. If I cut it in half, now, I think I'd already calculated based on what Kirk had told me, is that in terms of what I need, Kirk tells me that I need 8/10 of a belt of coal. Okay, so that means I need one coal unloader. And it says that I need 5 belts of iron. Now, every one of these things can handle the throughput on these red belt, blue inserter unloaders is 3 belts, really, per side. So a design that needs 5 belts is really just 1. So there's also a joke smoking. This this guy goes into a fancy car dealership with his beautiful wife who's dressed up all sexy, and the sales guy is like, holy moly. So the guy says, I bet you I can do anything you can do, and I'll bet you a Cadillac that I can do it. And he's like, what? I can do anything with my wife that you can do. He's like, oh, with your wife? Yeah. It's all right, you're on. So skipping a whole bunch of not appropriate for Twitch stuff, after demonstrating that, or interacting with the woman's wife for a little while, he then demonstrates that he needs some Viagra because ain't nothing happening. And the sales guy goes, well, what color do you want your Cadillac? And yeah, I didn't tell the joke quite very well. I realized right after I opened my mouth, it's like, yeah, Twitch would not like me telling this joke. So, I need 8.4 belts of copper, which if I can get 3 belts per side of a train, that's 3 sides of a train, so I need at least 2 of these. I also need an oil and a water. And I'm pretty sure an oil. one oil is going to be fine. And I just always put a water in. I know. But anyhow. So instead of cut it in half, imagine I said fold it in half. Then you've got the joke. All right, so 2 copper, a coal, and an iron. I think that's it, right? There's no steel. There's no direct iron ore. Well, they're life stories to someone. One, two, three, four, five, six. And then I need the output. Vitamin D, Bob. Vitamin D. 5,000 I use a day. I'm not a doctor. I didn't stay in a Holiday Inn. La da 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 da. But that disease that cannot be discussed on social media sites goes after the energy cells of the body, ATP, and looks a lot like a vitamin D molecule. So statistically, if you have a lot of vitamin D, or more accurately, if you are really low on vitamin D, then those energy production cells have a chance of picking the virus. A larger chance of picking the virus. But if you have significant amounts of vitamin D, even so much that you're pissing it out, which is technically a waste of vitamins, right? Then you have a better chance of your cells choosing a vitamin D molecule rather than the virus. Not bright enough. I'll take it. Yeah, I like them. That was funny. Where are those other iron trains? Oh, they're sitting here. Still unloading. Why? What the hell is wrong here? Oh, because you don't have any speed modules and those do. Okay, yeah. Writing code? I didn't know you wrote code. I thought you just went from meeting to meeting going, yeah. I had two friends. I had a chance to go to the Renaissance Fair over the last weekend, a couple weekends ago, and I hurt my foot, so I couldn't go. My friends went without me. Both of them came back quite ill with the fever and the mucus and all the other stuff. And that would have been undesirable for me, to say the least. All right, so if I've only got to bring in 6 trains, look at me, I got distracted by crayons. So if I've only got to bring in 6 trains, and this is what an intersection looks like, I can do that. Yeah, well, it's better to be killed by crayons under the train tracks than by some sort of venereal disease like what's killing Lycum. Bob, I didn't touch the sore throat joke, by the way. Just so you know, I did not go there. Oh, so you were a willing participant in the syphilis lottery. I love a good clap. That's oh, that's funny. I don't want you. You have water polluting you. Move you over here for now. So that's 2 copper and an iron, which is close to 2 turntables and a microphone, but not quite the same. That's going to be the coal, that'll be the water, and that'll be the oil. So I need a half a belt of coal on the right-hand side. Or a half a side of coal. And a thing of water. Yeah, me not being able to talk would be bad. Yeah, like them, that would be cool. Although you can keep your clap. I have no interest in your clap or your syphilis, your gonorrhea, or your VD. None of those are interesting to me. Thank you very much. Depending on where I put it, I may end up with some oil and water available. I do need to build a stacker. If I take my traditional stacker and just bring half of it with me, it's going to look like this. Did I miss this by one? Well, first of all, there's already stuff in there. I wasn't expecting that. Second, that looks like it's one too high, but if that gets moved down, oh yeah, you're in the wrong spot. You're in the wrong spot too. I don't want the power pole. I should start at the bottom. I think I missed on those. I think they need to be down one more. Yep. I still don't want that power pole. And that is why we have the little undergrounds inside of our unloaders, is so that we don't lose power poles when we do this stuff. These can all go away, but this is going to stay. I don't see a need for all these roboports in this build. I don't even want a stacker like this. I don't want a stacker here at all. But I think it's going to be eclipsed by this design that it doesn't matter. Because I could just put this right here. Bing. So I'll keep that in mind. If I was doing the other design, I would just put this here. But as it is, that can go there. And that's the gap between that and that. If that were like that, what would my rail look like? Obviously, I'd have a T-junction here. And I would need just a single junction here. So my power poles... Now, for my own sanity, I will line these up with my existing power poles. Apologies for the poor visibility. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, so Zendros, you're calling for it, bro. You're calling. Keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Bob, if you want to learn those, watch Colonel Will. Check some of his VODs. He's got an interesting idea that he does, Colonel Will does, where what he does with the rail is he will go like that and like this, and then he will put a station here and a station here. And then when you put those trains down, when you put a train down there, what happens, and it's not quite like this because he's using like massive trains, right? But he's got like 4 locomotives or 8 locomotives in front. But what happens is that you can set these things like this one's delivering gears and this one's delivering iron. And you can just have them called when they're needed. And then they unload at the same locations because they're direct inserting. I don't know the details of how he's got it worked out, but he makes use of this forked unload design. So if this is a T-junction, then this would be a T-single, and it would not quite line up where I wanted it to. It would go way over here, which I'm not really interested in having that happen. But I could take this and shrink it, because I don't need as much of this stacking as I think I do. Not that I want to. Mostly, I just need to get you off of that. Well, if I put this where it's supposed to be,